What's up YouTube, COD 4Man 221 here, and welcome back to our Code Heroes 2 online replay. We are in Season 4, and the match we have today is on City 17. It is a 4v4, and let's take a look at the teams. We're actually playing with Y-Man. He was messaged me when I got on the game, so I invited him to a match, and we played this, and have two random teammates, and TGN is max rank, and I'm with him here on this side. Anyway, we're going up against basically the whole Allied forces. We have the Russians, the Brits, and the Americans. So let's talk about the strategy first. At least most going to focus on this side of the map. My ally and I are going to be focusing on the fuel point, so that's going to be the main focus. We can, in the beginning, we'll see the high ground of the victory point over here. However, the fuel is what's important early on. And then our two allies, Y-Man and Madem, will be trying to take the fuel and the victory point on this side. And then I'm just going to kind of ignore the mill. So you can see a TGN pushes up with his Kupowagen. And I, meanwhile, have an MG getting into position. My MG is going to actually be up here on the hill, basically just to cover the fuel point. Now he is vulnerable to a flank charge, so that's what these guys, to a flanking, but that's what these guys will help for. So we have taken it, but that's a lot of fire on this Kupowagen, and he needs to get back. And yeah, okay, this British guy, by the way, Nazi zombie, is gonna spam machine guns. We'll see that later on. Well, I've never seen so many Vickers before. You have to let me know if you guys have seen around that many. Anyway, MG42 is getting set up, and he's already beginning to flank. But here's what I'm doing. I'm setting up some barbed wire, but I'm going to stop and get behind heavy cover. And if these riflemen get up close to us, I think we can do enough damage to them that we should be able to win this fight, maybe. I'm going to move my MG, trying to get into this house. We got to go all the way around for some reason to this front door here. Anyway, he just retreated there. Maybe he thought I was going to hop into that house, so he's done, and I have some Grenadiers moving up. In fact, I have a lot of Grenadiers moving up. I've chosen this doctrine here. It is the Lightning War Doctrine, mainly to give my guys the Gewehrs. Gewehr 43. Yeah, G43. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe Gewehr means gun in German. A lot of Vickers. Anyway, I've kind of put some barbed wire on this side, and I'm trying to take the... They've managed to neutralize this. We really need some kind of smoke to go down here to take this point. Because they have nothing really spotting me there. I don't know how they can actually see me. So, that MG is going to mess with us for a while. And I do have a mortar crew coming up. This could actually provide some nice smoke and some fire support for us. And he's just shooting my pioneers. They have to fall back. He can't get through the barbed wire though, so my flank is relatively secure. You can actually, his Kupowagen might actually take out this guy over here. Let's go to the action on this side. Pioneer about to be wiped out. Oh, this is bad. That is a scout car with flamethrower. They might actually be able to kill it. Nope. Wiped out. That's a great counter. That's a great flanking move by Pilla. And you can see there's a lot. They're going to have a lot of infantry on this side and machine guns. I count 3 machine guns so far. A lot of Vickers. Anyway, you can see we have our awesome Gewehrs. And one thing I've actually never used this before, but I will actually interrogate someone. You can interrogate people that are wounded, and it kind of reveals roughly where the enemy is for, you know, it's not going to show you, it's going to show them on the map, but not, it's not going to like reveal all or anything. Anyway, while my opponent, I'm playing down some smoke, I'm going to try to capture this this fuel back. The fuels are neutral right now, and my ally is just getting outflanked here by 2 rifleman squads. He's going to throw a grenade and get out of there. Now, because they're so close to each other, that actually just did damage to that one guy. I do have my Grenadiers here. I'm going to try to help my ally here. I could upgrade them with like the Wehr 43s. And we're going to look at this. Bunched up, boom, squad wiped out. And I have more Grenadiers pushing up here, so this attack here did not... He lost more than we did, basically. Anyway, they're pushing in, and I will gladly take on these riflemen with our Gewehrs here. We also have our mortar supporting us. But then the MG gets involved, and I have to pull back from this fight. So that's really unfortunate. I'm lucky I got out there with my squad alive. And I'm outflanking his other MG, so he's got still 3. For now. Anyway, I'm really trying to hold this field, and I figure I'm gonna flank him either way. So my MG's covering me in the house here, which is nice, and then this MG's trying to set up, and we're just gonna get around him here and just shoot him to pieces. And then these rear echelons, like the hill's kind of falling here. These rear echelons want a piece of me, and they can't really do anything. Anyway, on this side, I just want to, not ignore this whole side of the battle. They basically have some mortars, and they're bombarding the enemy positions along here. Ooh, and look who got around here. Y-Man got around this mortar and placed it here, and will probably destroy it. Maybe it's braced. Now I was forced to pull back once the lieutenant got involved here, but I have taken this back. Another MG is coming up. I'm going to use this truck here to basically just give me some fire, some protection from the right flank here, but it'll do nothing against the guys in the center. And my mortar's going to start targeting on their MGs over here. So he couldn't kill that, unfortunately, but I'm sure he knows where it is now, and even though they're going to repair it, they now have direct line of fire on it. I just don't find the British mortar emplacements that good anymore. I find that they can be countered by 1 or 2 mortars and then just absolutely get wrecked by it. And it's 400 manpower. And you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. This is probably going to die to the mortar here. And then you try to repair, your squad gets killed. So there you go. Anyway, our opponents are... We're still holding this. We do have 2 MGs here, and I'm just trying to keep my guys up at the front lines if I can. These guys are coming up, grabbing them G43s. And now it looks like... Yeah, we can see... So, let's put on the fog of war. The infrared half track is great because it actually shows you where the enemy is. With it, like, I can see where their machine guns are set up, which helps direct my mortar fire and infantry support guns. So we know they're along here, so he can just transfer his troops over there. So that's good to have that view there. And then this guy is using detection mode. So he's trying to see what's around there too. So there's a lot. You can see there's 4 machine guns right there. I actually took a screenshot and uploaded it yesterday with 4 machine guns, which is absolutely ridiculous. Especially that close. Stugus would be great at this point. Take those guys out. You bet my mortar is going to start firing on this blob over here. We will kill this squad here before it actually captures the point, which is good, or even neutralizes it. But there's 5 machine guns right there. Now, one's the American, so I'd have to be a little... I'm going to give that guy credit for that. Now, let's go down to the south here. Our allies have managed to capture the victory points, and this is very good. Y-Man's actually scavenging. Basically, your troops can... Let's just hop on him here. All your troops can salvage. So basically, you can get rid of... Not only do you deny the enemy from remanning machine guns, mortars, AT guns, but you also get fuel auto, which is a great thing. So that's very good he's doing that. This guy's a Bren here. Made in Czechoslovakia. It was weird because it had a... Can't really see it there. The guy's running too fast, but it's kind of like an AK mag on it, but it's on the top, and it just makes it awkward to shoot. Oh, he's gonna fall back and heal up his troops. We're getting pushed a little bit here, but we managed to wipe out a machine gun here. The other one almost got. There's 3 of them. They're just pushing up here, and the mortar. Lost one guy here, so I had to pull him back because they were shooting at me with this machine gun. But we're forcing the machine guns back. There's some when there's too much weapons, but I almost lost that squad there. I got very lucky. So those guys got wiped out by these guys actually shot a rifle grenade, then retreated. So that got wiped out. So he's losing a lot. You know, there's 3 Vickers here. We saw what Y-Man was doing. I'd recommend for my ally, and I'll say this in the chat later on to him, to start manning, start salvaging some of these. Now I do it myself if I could. I'll do the other thing. I'll actually blow up the AT guns that they lose early on. So we're taking the middle here. So yeah, we're getting our butt kicked on victory points because they're still holding the north, but we have the fuels now, and that's going to be very important. You can see the Americans early on. He's going to act the American player. I'm actually grabbing an AT right now, and of course it's a little too late for that because we have a Stuart here. It's going to blow through the barbed wire, and this could cause. Now my ally does have AT units. I have to turn my machine gun and try to deal with these guys here. And they captured, no big deal, but I gotta stop them. So yeah, they're going right into our conveyors here, and they're actually gonna lose one squad there. And they get a little lucky here. It looks like that guy's gonna get away, even with our bunker here. And I was a little more worried about this, so we're gonna Panzer Shrek him, Panzer Faust him. Why do I always mix that up? It's kind of annoying. So he's damaged, and I was really hoping that my ally, he does have a Luke's here, and I'm not sure it's going to be too good against the Stuart. Even with its rear armor, it's really not doing that much damage. It's more meant to go against infantry, I think. So I was very unfortunate the AT moved up and was able to take him out there. Anyways, here's my strategy. Let's go back to my base here. I just skipped the support armored corps completely. I'm going for the heavy panzer corps. I want to get Panthers and, you know, maybe a Tiger later on. So it's going to delay me getting tanks here.
Infantry trained and ready to go.
Look at that. Look at all these guys in here. 3 squads. They're everywhere. So that'll delay me getting tanks. But when I actually do get the tanks, they'll be a lot deadlier. They'll be a lot more heavy hitting. And I already saw that my opponent, you know, he has a Steward, so he's already delayed himself on fuel here. And we also control both fuel sources here also. And unfortunately our smoke is gone now. I would have loved if my opponent had built, you know, the... Now this was kind of nice, it's near my base, so he can we can actually heal up each other's units, but I much prefer that like around here. You know, I have the Rangers coming in and they're just absolutely going to destroy me. The Rangers and the captain. So yeah. And then of course like my AT's out of position here. So yeah, we're in trouble here. Look how fast these guys just absolutely slaughtered units here. Thankfully those Rangers died, so there's still another unit here, but these guys shoot very fast with their Thompsons. People keep saying in the comments, actually try the Rangers without Thompsons and see how they are at distance. Because they do fire quite quickly, apparently. Anyway, that's rear armor's been hit there. I'm trying to help my ally out here. We now have this. So I just moved my AT and I gotta move it back into position here because this is gonna absolutely, you know, this Centaur is gonna absolutely destroy my bunker here. So I'm feeling the pressure right now. I'm about 50 feet away or 2 minutes away basically from getting it. a tiger, a panther. And these guys are going to be healing back up at base and reinforcing. Making sure the MG will cover the AT. If I were my ally, I would probably put the gun facing like this way. I would have turned it slightly. So you see I just moved my AT around? They're going to come over this way now. So like I feel like I cannot win with my AT gun the way I was positioning it. No matter which way I did it, I was just like it was out of position. But the Panther should be coming in soon. I'm floating a lot of manpower. I should have probably grabbed, which I'm going to realize now I'm floating a lot of manpower, some Panzer Grenadiers. I just, you know, the Panther's a lot. It's 490, so I don't need to be floating 1,000 obviously for that, but finally. So, of course, he's like one hit away from dying. He's just going to spin circles around my AT gun here. But I have these guys, give it to the Panzerfaust. And I'm just going to turn my AT gun. This is where he messed up here. My AT gun, he's in position there. And there you go. The Panzerfaust finished him off. So he's done now, which is good. So there you go. Centaur's down. And I believe nope, Stuart got away. So look on this side. Looks like our allies are being pushed back here by a lot of units with Brens. And the good old SU and shock troops are flanking around. Jeez. That is a lot of firepower. I haven't really used the Brens for the... I just gotta be careful about going up in that blob there. I haven't really used the Brents for the British infantry. I mostly use the what is it called? Lewis gun. So they won't get it, unfortunately. I need to throw some of these flaming grenades right into this building here. Or at the massive charging Soviets here. There you go. So that should do some damage. He has a bunch of Panzer Grenadiers here. So it's just a massive infantry fight over here. I would not have retreated these 3 units here. He definitely needed those to help support his troops here. Anyway, I'm flanking around the AT gun I saw here because my Panther's almost on the field. Whatever I can do to help make my Panther, you know, more effective would be great. And I know the Stuart's probably coming, so I gotta have to be careful. And there we go, the nice Panther on the field here. We'll just run over some boxes, some piles of wood we probably need for the winter. And that tree. It's kind of fun. I wish you had like a unit cam where you could just actually follow the unit. And there's some PGs with the anti-tank. Let's go back over to this side. This is kind of interesting. So now it looks like they pushed in. They do have a Panther also, and keep in mind that tank was very damaged back here, but there's a lot between them and that. Let's go after the AT here. I tried to flank around this guy, but he had so many MGs covering each other. He's trying to protect his ATs. I have my Panther up here, providing a little bit of fire support. And my AT's back. My infantry's back at base, but they should be coming up very shortly. Once I realize they're just sitting around. Actually, these guys are right here. I do not want to use my Panzer Grenadiers in case I need them from a tank coming in to capture that point. So they're actually pushing. Our allies are taking the center back, which is good. And I will try to get you guys. Some people want another US gameplay because it's been a little while, so I'll try to get that out also. I'm trying to do a match on that with What Nick or Lipton. Anyway, look at the horde. This is not the position he wants this guy to be in. Anyway, I just got my guys just got absolutely wiped out there. So surprisingly, his tank is not dead. But I will destroy that. Some kind of heavy artillery is coming down, and I have to try to get my guy back. I really need someone to help reinforce me here. Wow, the mortar does have 7 kills, which isn't a ton actually. Our guys have done a good job over here. They're starting to fortify. Just a ton of infantry from Wideman here. I do really like the Panzer Fusiliers though. They're a great unit and they're not too expensive. And you can upgrade them with Gewehrs. Well, that's one way to wipe out the MG spam. As you can see, there still are 4 MGs on the field here. He just manned once, that's 5. Now I'm going to move my Panther, and I'm going to try to take this back. I'm going to just wipe out that squad here. The ATs are bunched up together. I'm immediately going to launch rifle grenade before they can even move, and wipe out one squad here. And we're going to move in. Should have pushed in even closer, but if I can destroy this guy. I even have a mine here in case another tank tries to. Actually, I don't think that's mine. I think that's my allies. Anyway, they blinded me. It's not gonna save them though. I had the PGs coming up. We do have more Rangers on the field here. So this is a little dangerous. I could have a tank possibly come up on my flank here, but so I just have to risk it. I can get a Tiger if I need, but let's see what I need. My current needs are this Panther's doing, fulfilling what we're going against right now. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at all this stuff you could try to salvage, especially stuff. Now you don't have to do it right on the front lines, like you don't have to do it right here, but especially the stuff that's around here. Anyway, this is when the orange player becomes a computer because he quit. He'd been wanting to surrender for a while. I mean, he just spammed MGs. There's no real tactics behind his gameplay there. Look at these Rangers just absolutely mow down these guys. And I'm just going to try to capture this point now. Now, if I could actually salvage some of these, I would. Now, what you can do, if you're a Wehrmacht player, you don't want to leave these ATs around, you can then click attack, move, and you can actually destroy both of these, which I'm going to try to do in a little bit, hopefully. I definitely did it in the game. I can't remember if I'm doing it now or not. So see, yeah, you can do that. Just to make it so they can't reman these AT guns anytime soon. So it takes a couple shots too, but that's okay. Anyway, that mine paid off really well. Got my ally put down there. Looks like someone's going down here. I think the Wehrmacht and OKW combination work really well together. Might be able to get the tanks early on, the machine guns and the Panzer Grenadiers on my opponent. Or my ally can have a lot of infantry and the Volksgrenadiers. And my goal is to destroy this, even if I know it. Even if I know it's a computer player right now. Usually when one person quits, another person will quit in a 4v4. Now he's sending his Rangers over here. And I was looking at his units coming over here, and there's not a single unit that can hurt my tank. And Rangers have grenades. And same thing with the lieutenant. He doesn't have any kind of AT. And I have no problem just, keeping my tank around here. I also have the close air support for any kind of tanks that may be coming up, but we're really not too concerned with his units here. And even look at that. They're just basically getting wiped out by the Panzer Grenadiers. He should have finished off that unit before he retreated here, which I managed to do, so that unit's gone now.
Our bunker can now accommodate an MG-42.
Anyway, I built 2 bunkers here. Now, some people might say this is overkill, and this guy is like hiding under wreckage here. He's very concealed. Whoops.
The enemy is attempting
So I do have
to
2
steal
bunkers
sector.
here, basically to stop him from taking the field again. And that should work. Anyway, I have my Grenadiers here with their Gewehrs. 22 kills and 14 on those guys. And the AI is being annoying trying to capture this point. Even remanning some of the Vickers that my allies should have salvaged. No disadvantage to salvaging, except if you do it when you're under fire. If you do it while you're under fire, your men will take extreme damage. It's like when they're repairing. They get shot at, they have no like block chance. Or like, I don't know what the exact statistics are, but it basically makes your men a lot easier to die. Anyway, let's go to the, these guys are making a push here with their Comet and the center. Now, I've just called down right here a super close air support to help my allies. That's how they're being pushed back. So you can see it's actually just, it's targeting their tanks, and that's actually pretty darn effective. It stuns the crew. And if it can hit them, I don't know why we can't. I'm trying to see if this is worth the 200 anyway. They shot my plane down. One of the 2. So yeah, if he gets out of here, that would be great, because he just killed a Vet 2 tank. So I'm not sure if that was worth the 200. Didn't even kill 1 tank here, but it damaged it heavily. Yeah, it's really a blob fest over here. Whoa, I think I froze my game. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's like the game there. Yeah, so it's blob versus blob, and our blob's winning. Oh, wait, we went in one more time. There we go, so that helped wipe out that tank. Nice. And I'm just gonna hold this with my Panther here. I have my units in the center. I also brought up a half track so I can help reinforce finally. And they have a Pershing. I didn't even see this on the battlefield. And I grabbed, it was kind of dumb of me. I should not have got 2 Panzer Werfers, but I wanted to help counter, you know, I want to provide some artillery support to my allies here. And I'm just saving up manpower right now because I basically have the max population cap. You know, I didn't really get a lot of kills with these guys, and it was kind of a waste. But that's dead, and the Katusha's moving in, so he's got to retreat here. Vet 5, though. I know they kind of injured my Panther. Those guys had Piats. Which are the British anti-tank rifles. Well, not the ones a sniper has, but they do have anti-tank rifles. Yeah, here's what they are. These guys have some of them. Anyway, another thing that could have been salvaged. What I should have done is I should have just started doing the attack move, but I figured it's the MGs, so I don't know if it's worth it at that point. So I'm holding down the center. I want us, because we've lost this VP on the right side here, at least for now. I want to keep the VP points ticking in our favor. Because right now it's pretty close. I actually almost never look at the victory points up top. Like, I mostly just focus on fuel and destroying the enemy. Now, victory points start getting lower, then they start telling me stuff, I'll start reacting, but I mostly try to hold 2 victory points. It's just a general rule. Anyway, the Ranger blob is here, and I realize if I try to retreat through these guys, I'll lose my Vet 3 squad, so I'm going to pull back here behind the wall and then retreat that way. Because they'd go straight through these guys and they get absolutely lit up, so I'm pulling back. These guys will unfortunately get wiped out pretty quickly, and I try to retreat, but nope. And then I have that's my artillery basically missing everything, the Panzerwerfers. Anyway, on this side, you can see the MGs are squaring off. British and American. Oh, there goes that 50 cal guy. And that is a Jagdtiger. Well, Tiger, as they say the American way. Ooh, they have a sniper. That's kind of cool. I haven't used a British sniper since I've been back from Europe here. But if you use those correctly like Nick does, then it's totally worth their weight in gold. You know, I have too much population, so I'm going to get my AT gun basically killed because I don't need it on this side. I would very much like to get a Panther. Now I'm calling a Tiger a Panther. Very much like to get a Tiger. The Panther's good, but the Tiger would be great. Look at that. Wow. It just got destroyed with all that. Ooh, that would be a great target for this guy. So I'm literally running my AT all through enemy lines, and the computer can't even kill it. These guys are behind our lines here, and they're gonna be forced to retreat there.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
Anyway, by the time I start action, you can also salvage Rex, by the way, so that's why that's still there. It's a great way to get more fuel. Now, if I had just known, he was going to try to retreat anyway. I knew there were AT guns around here, which I'm going to run straight into by accident. Be like, tell him to get out of here. Don't want to be messing with those guys. And that's protecting the Katusha there, so. Anyway, the Panther, oh my gosh, the Tiger is here. What's great about the Tiger is it's great against infantry. I mean, the Panther's okay, but the Tiger really just slaughters infantry. Alright, those are my own guys shooting. Trying to kill the AT guns. Yeah, the Katusha seems to be a lot better. This one has a lot more kills. My Tiger's just gonna hang out right here. Who's in the center again of the computer? Who has like Vet 2 commandos and a Cromwell over here. But we have this area. We have the hill there and the fuel. So thankfully I'm moving my Tiger away from this coming up the alleyway here. So the Sugus came down here, and the Tigers, there's none that really hurt me here. There's even dropped a glider in the middle of the victory point here, the computer. So I destroyed that for my ally TGN's army here. They do have an AT gun, unfortunately, otherwise I'd just be absolutely slaughtering these Rangers. But I don't want to get my guy killed here. Now, Madam's going to move up his guys here, not realizing there's a Jackson also over here, so I'm going to have to pull back. And he's going to give the order basically there. And the Jackson's definitely going to kill one of these, if not both of them. And I'm clicking using the, using like watch out, using like the alert thing here for his guys, but it's a little too late. And I even, look at this, I'm about to lose like my tank. I got saved here between the Tiger and my Panther, but wow, I was trying to get I was clicking an attack order, I was clicking a move order back to this base right here to get my tank repaired. I have pretty much no infantry. I have all vehicles mostly here. So I'm just going to start making a bunch of infantry. And I also have the half track, which is hopefully going to help reinforce those infantry. But these are a mistake. They only have like one kill between both of them, and even though we're dealing with the infantry, I'm just not using them effectively. I kind of wish my ally would actually just lock down this point.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
I'm gonna have to turn my Tiger to face this guy here.
We are losing a sector.
I like how they still make the universal carrier. Okay, I'm gonna turn my armor full on, and I keep hitting the wall, unfortunately. And even though my damage, like, if I got lucky there that his main gun got destroyed and then he gets blown up here. But like, my tank could have lost that if I wasn't careful. So we're really hurting on VPs right now. We lost all 3 of them, and we just need to make a push somewhere. And it may be the middle, and maybe on the left side here. It should definitely, once this Tiger's done, I'm hoping my ally could get some basic infantry to help, and these guys should be help repairing my my tank over here. You know, I know that these guys are going to come right around here, so look at that, just wiping out squads. The good news is I managed to wipe out one of his squads there. So I'd say it was a mutual exchange there, but I am taking this point back here to stop our victory point bleed. I should have just put bunkers actually up here, because that would have just stopped them from taking that. So speaking of bunkers, I'm just going to build some bunkers and do the same thing. You can have as many bunkers as you want. They just cost you manpower, which I have plenty of, and they don't cost you any population. So let's make some more bunkers here. I do have the munitions to give him MGs to just stop the American player here, because all he's really doing is spamming the Rangers, which are a great unit. Don't get me wrong, I love the Rangers, but 4 is a little too much. At least 3, because we wiped out one of the units, so we had 4. I like how this camouflage does not at all match whatsoever the terrain. It's like white. It's not snowing at all. You know, it'd be cool if you could actually camouflage these guns here. Instead of them just being green. Anyway, I just destroyed that truck just for the hell of it. Because I could. And I have all my units are here in the middle. I brought my mortar over here. We have our guys in the bunkers ready to take on any forces that come our way. And I do have a Panther over here that could be used if we need to. And we're realizing at this point we just gotta hold this. And we're gonna start suppressing these Rangers here with the crossfire.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And even here, look at that. The bunker should hold these guys, and the Tiger's down here, and just gonna start killing units. But let's go back to the center. That's where that guy is, the human player. He's forced to retreat there. And if we go over here, they're making another push against the ISU. You have to be very careful. That guy could wipe out 3 squads there if he has the explosive shells on. I think Y-Man's retreating a little too early with some of his units. It seems to be a group retreat like that, with like 6 units there.
turret structure under
Anyway, he
attack.
has a Sherman. And I'm like, if your Sherman wants to take a Tiger on one, I'll be down. We'll do that. That MG's just shooting at my bunker, doesn't really concern me. So we have enough victory points right now that hopefully we can actually beat these guys completely. Just gonna wipe out another MG here.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Unfortunately, AI is seizing that sector, so I have to go knock him off of that again. We got the Ranger rush over here. I'm calling down. I have the munitions for him. Might as well do the anti-tank. He actually dodged that successfully. I'm pretty impressed by that. But yeah, this guy's probably thinking, how the hell does he have 4 bunkers at the points I'm attacking? He's gonna be forced to retreat here. But we do need to secure this. I'm gonna send my Tiger on to tank hunter mode only, basically target vehicles only. And I'm gonna go after this Sherman that's damaged. It's actually very damaged. I thought he was actually over here. I didn't realize he was around the building. So then I spotted him using with the infrared again. And he's dead. So goodbye, Sherman. Now we're going to switch off it so it's free fire. And yeah, we have 3 machine guns. We should be able to wipe out that squad if he's not careful. And we need to go take back this victory point here. Now we still have 2 victory points. We're going to grab the 3rd one here. And look, we're just going to charge my Tiger here with his whole blob. And none of them have any kind of AT whatsoever. So he's just feeding my Tiger kills here. Which I'm completely okay with. Just look at this. It's like, what are you going to do against the Tiger with the Thompson? So, thanks for the kills. We now have 20 kills on this guy. 21. 20 infantry kills there, and we're securing this victory point. Oh, they're getting sniped back here. That's every artillery I'm talking about. When you switch this guy into, oh, the sniper got wiped out there, nice. That was not me, because my artillery is probably not doing anything. And that's why I started a good game to our opponents. They fought on, and even though they had an AI, they did a pretty good job. Especially on the right side, it was much more back and forth in my area there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this match, and there are the stats. I'll see you guys in the next Company of Heroes 2 online replay. See you then.